Hello, this is Shadow of the Moon, and tonight I've decided I'm gonna do something different. I watched a video of Star Duelist 200. If you haven't checked out his channel, actually go ahead. He actually has a lot of really cool and interesting videos, and he's trying to get to 100 subscribers, so I just wanted to give a shout out to him and really wish him the best of luck on that. And if you haven't went to his channel, please remember to go do that and just watch his videos and enjoy him, because he is a really cool guy. But I wanted to show off my Yu-Gi-Oh card collection, and I've seen a couple videos, one of them being Star Duelist 200 video. So I decided that I would do my own, and I would also give you a backstory. First off, I have been playing this game since 2002. I'm actually an older player, in case if you haven't been able to tell yet. And my first experience was in July of 2002. I was at Walmart and I was gonna go buy a game. I had saved up allowance for it. At the time, I was about 14, or no, I was 15 years old, and I was saving up allowance for it. And I went to go buy it, and as I was walking through the door, there was a end cap of Yu-Gi-Oh! Yugi and Kaiba starter decks, because the only things that had come out during that time were the starter decks and then like up to Metal Raiders. And I spent, like, it must have been about at least an hour just like looking over at the artwork on the cards and the boxes and stuff. And I just thought to myself, well, I'll go check this out if, you know, I don't get my game. And I walked into the electronics section. Turned out they didn't have my game. So I ended up going back, and I walked out with a Kaiba starter deck, because I thought the Blue Eyes White Dragon looked so like badass and so cool, and the rest is history. So as you can see, most of these decks I've already showcased. I've done deck profiles on, and the ones that haven't, I might in the near future if I get stuff for it. But as of right now, I have them there. There's not really anything too, specific or anything like that, or too like big that you wouldn't see. But this is to start off. I just bought this late last year, a 5D's Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game case. 5D's is my favorite series by far. I have watched all the series all the way up until Zexal, and I watched and finished Zexal and thought Zexal was okay. Wasn't really a big fan of Arc V. I didn't really get the whole pendulum summoning mechanic, but I know that it's really popular. That was just something that I wasn't personally into, but I know a lot of people that are. And I wasn't a big fan of Reigns, even though I did like Link summoning them. So, alright, let's go ahead, and I'm going to show this first, what's in here, and then I'm going to show what's over there, and then what's over on this pile right here. So you are really going to probably freak when you see what's over here. So we're going to open up this bad boy, and these are my decks, and I've got them organized. We'll start over here. This is my Battle Wasp deck. This is not most of them. Some of them are not complete, and I'm still working on them. I mean, they're complete, but they don't have the cards. There may be certain cards that I'm missing or whatever. So, and this may be a long video, just to give you a heads up, but I think you'll enjoy it, because just to show you all the decks that I have and everything, and all the collecting I've done over the past 10 years, because I started collecting over 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago, because I used to only ever have like 1-2 decks or whatever, if that, and then I got out of the game for a little bit and then came back in, and that was, I actually started collecting since then. So this is just my Battle Wasp deck. And this is a really fun deck. As you can see, I have like Pinch Hopper and stuff here. That's the stuff I was going to take out. This is a really fun deck because it reminds me of Black Wings a lot, how fast they are. And it's just a really fun overall deck to play with, because you can get a lot of like monsters on the field very quickly. As you can see, Fiendish Chain and stuff, I got that. A lot of the spell cards for it, Tribal, Fiendish Chain, Swords, and all that. Alright, so there is my Battle Wasp deck. Next is my Shinobi deck. This isn't complete. This is maybe about half done. I have just a lot of cards thrown in there because I was just working on it and I kind of forgot about it. But it is probably one of my favorite ritual decks, because not only is it a winged beast deck, but also because it's, you know, Shinobi. Now, like I said, some of these decks aren't complete, and yeah, they have banned cards because some of these decks obviously are not for tournament play or anything like that. They're just there because it's fun and stuff that I've been collecting. This is my old school psychic deck, and just like a basic psychic deck if you wanted to learn how to play with the whole life point gain and stuff. Obviously this is really outdated, but it's a really fun, it's just really just a really good deck, and it's really fun. I actually pulled that out of a booster from it, so I was actually really happy. And as you can see, I have some of my older decks. I have the Twister card. That's only because back then MST and I wasn't playing with the MSTs. So, alright, so this is my Nordic deck. Oh, these are my Kaiba dual center. And this is my Nordic deck, which you saw on my profile video not too long ago. I did a deck profile on it. I will actually be doing a combo and test stand video of this pretty soon, so be on the lookout for that. I got a few requests for it, and I'm always happy to do requests for combo and test hands if you're ever interested in it. And these are the 3 Hippo Carnivals. So this is actually a really fun deck. I'm really glad that I finally have this, because I worked really hard on it, and it's a lot of fun, because it's ridiculous how they were able to turn the Nordic Asir god cards and synchro god cards into just it can actually make it competitive. This is like the remnants of my Morphtronic deck. I don't really have it together anymore. I do have a lot of the synchros and stuff in the book, but for the longest time I actually did have it. Just some of the cards did get pricey because Morphtronics haven't been reprinted, and I don't really see them being reprinted in the near future. This is actually different. This is going to be I call my budget Blackwings. And what I mean by that is, position the camera. What I mean by that is, if you're wanting to learn how to play Blackwings and just something that's really quick, that's why I have the Wee Witch's Apprentice in here. This is a really good route to take. It's not too ridiculous. It's actually pretty good. I have the cards for Black Feathers. Just take those out for Allure of Darkness. I'm going to be working on getting 2 more of those. But it's really fun because it has actually a couple negates in it. But all in all, it's just meant to be casual, and for you to want to play with learn how to play with a really fast deck. You can, and it's a good way to teach you. I wanted to specifically build it because sometimes I don't always want to go for the ridiculous 5-6 negate combo boards, especially when I'm playing with my wife, because who wants to have to face that, especially when you're on turn 2 and your opponent has already all these negates ready set up and everything, because it makes you feel like you don't want to play. Alright, and then we have, this is interesting actually. This is my Joey replica deck. I actually worked on this for a little bit. This is supposed to be exact replica of Joey Wheeler's deck from the anime and manga, so it's a combination of both. So I did the best I could to kind of replicate it. We've got the Battle Ox, Tiger Axe, Gearfree, the Iron Knight. That probably sounded really bad, but I don't really care. And then Alligator Sword. As this mighty lizard man can swing his sword so fast that's more than the speed of sound. I know that probably sounded really bad too, but so you got Panther Warrior, and every card in this deck was played by Joe Wheeler. You have the legendary Fisherman, Jinzo, and Insect Queen, Lightning Blade, Giant Trunade, Pot of Greed, Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Scapegoat, Sword, Salamandra, Roulette Spider, Skull Dice, Kunai. So it's actually it's really cool, because that's one of the things I wanted to do, was I at least even though the original series isn't my favorite, I wanted to at least get a replica of Joey's deck because I have a lot of respect for him as a player. He's kind of like that canon comedic side character and stuff that has like the heart of gold, which I always thought was the most, like, more interesting. And then you saw this. This is my small deck. This is pretty much almost done, just minus the extra deck. And you saw this before in my deck profile that I did. If you haven't, you can go check that out. You can actually check out a lot of these deck profiles that I've done on my channel. So, alright. And then, put that back in there. This is not I actually have the dividers. These are actually really handy. That's what I loved about this briefcase. I saw this, and it was literally like 20 bucks. I had to grab it off eBay because these aren't cheap, and they hold a lot of decks. So this is my Lyricalist deck. No, this is not a Bird Up deck. This is just a Lyricalist deck because I did have a Bird Up Tri-Brigade Harpy, and I didn't really like the whole Tri-Brigade archetype too much. So I just replaced it and made it a regular Harpy deck again, like you saw. And this is just a regular Lyricalist deck with Satellite Cannon Falcon, which you can also get Ultimate Falcon, because this deck actually is interesting and fun, because you can, if you get what you need, you can actually use my Raid Raptor Last Strix to bring out Ultimate Falcon, and that's already a pain in the ass. And a lot of people, and I do have the like Barrier Statue of the Stormwind and Mist Valley Apex Avian and stuff and everything for that. So, but yeah, this isn't a Bird Up or anything, just because I don't really like the combining that with it. I know a lot of people do, but this is my Nephthys deck, which has not been seen yet on cam. And if you're wondering why I have to keep pausing, I'm just taking a sip of my coffee. We got Nephthys, which was a very interesting deck idea, and I tried to combine as much as I could. This is only about 9 extra deck cards in here. I'm planning on upgrading it soon. So you've got the Sacred Phoenix, you've got Matriarch, you've got Defender, you've got Mist Valley Baby Rock, Barrier Statue, obviously because it's a Winged Beast deck. Junk Synchron, which is actually really interesting because you can get Junk Warrior in it, and he also works really well. You've got the Mantra of the 10,000 Hands, Rebirth, Preparation of Rites. Alright. So yeah, I haven't done a video of this. I actually may do one eventually when I actually decide to finish it. It's not really a priority right now. This, my Goki deck, which is really, really fun because you can do so much with it, and it actually is really competitive. As you can see, I got Junk Forward, I got the Phantom Knights in there and everything, the Effect Veiler, so it really has a lot of its own negates, and can really swarm the field. That's what I love about Gokis. They're underestimated, and they're not utilized a lot. A lot of people don't even play with Gokis, but I always loved them because I'm a big fan of professional wrestling. I love AEW. I watch that pretty much. I don't really watch anything else. I watched WWE for like the longest time, and I just got really tired of their stuff. So shout out to any AEW fans, and sorry if I pissed you off, any WWE marks or anything like that. Then you've got Angel of Zera. This is my Agent deck. I'm just waiting on Transmodify. I've got Transmodify coming, so I'm going to be putting that in here, replacing a few cards. And you can see Hecate, Ruler, and then I've got 2 Herald of Orange Light. I don't know if, there you go, you can see it. And then 1 of the Purple Light for the negate. So, and I do have traps in here, other than Divine Punishment, because I'm probably going to be taking those out for the Transmodify. And then last but not least, for the decks in this box, is my Evil Sword deck, which I actually have on my channel too. shout out to, I can't even remember their name, they commented on the deck profile and said I had 16 extra deck monsters and I didn't even know it, so this was a really fun deck. This is only one of the only dinosaur decks that I actually liked because it was had the most synergy. I'm not really the biggest fan of like the Dino Rabbit or back in the day, or I wasn't really a big fan of, which I know you could use Dino Rabbit for this deck, which I would have, but I wasn't a big fan of like the kind of like stompy beatdown. So there's the briefcase. This is a really nice one. I'm really glad that I got this because they're not cheap. And now for the other decks. So first we have my upgraded and updated GOAT deck. So I am going to be doing a deck profile on this soon. So please get ready to watch that because that was a lot of fun. I just went, this is going to be a Magician of Faith. I got that coming too. I decided to just go ahead and do the GOAT format deck. I don't know if I'm going to be doing the progression series or not, continuing it. I might. A lot of people don't really enjoy watching or really watch it that much. I actually just did it because I personally liked it, so I may continue it because I like it, but we'll see. I like being able to educate people on it because a lot of you viewers may not know what was around during that time, or you may have misinformation from other people. And then this is, pull this out, but this is my Raid Raptor deck, so you guys remember that. I'll go ahead and show it. So you can see I have a lot of decks. You guys saw this on my channel too. So this is a really good, really fun deck. Alright. This is my Harpy deck. And I actually have some cards on the side I'll show you too afterwards, but my Harpy deck. This is a lot of fun, and I'm so like really looking forward to that new Harpy's Pet Dragon Fearsome Fire Blast card, because that is 3 copies are going in this deck like immediately. Its effect is crazy. If you don't know what his effect is, he can be special summoned if you have a level 6 or lower wind monster on the field, and he has another effect, and it's just it's nuts. It's so easy to bring out, and it makes the deck so much more consistent. So I'm gonna definitely be getting that as soon as it comes out, whenever it does. I don't even know if it's out in the OCG yet, but you saw this not too long ago. And then for the side deck of that, I've got the Joe Wheeler, just because my Valentine's, that was her crush and her partner. Then you've got the Harpy Lady Censored, Alginigatus, Harpy Lady Sisters, Shadow of Eyes, Mirror Force, Harpy Girl Uncensored, Harpy's Pet Baby Dragon, the Japanese and Japanese Harpy Chandler, and Harpy Dancer Uncensored. I mean, I know why they did it. I know why they had to censor it and everything, but some cards didn't really need to be censored, like, I guess, like Trial of Hell and stuff back in the day. But, like, I know, like, why Water Harmonics needed to be it, because obviously her showing off her cleavage and everything and having, like, all that stuff going on. Then, you guys know, and I'm actually going to show you something different this time. I'll show you the deck, and I'm going to show you my extra deck, because actually, this is the only deck that I have an extra deck of. It's my most competitive, and if I were to ever go to a tournament, like even the locals or, regionals or whatever, this would be the deck that I take, because you guys all know that this is my favorite deck of all time. I've been playing with this, and I actually have something really, really awesome planned on my birthday next month. So please look forward to that. It is a booster box opening, and no, it is not a booster box opening of something that is recent. So this is my Black Wings. Told you this was going to be a long video. I'm going to try to see if I can just get it to before 25 minutes, but we'll see. There was a lot to talk about, and a lot of cards I wanted to show off. So here we go. Some of these cards in here, during the back, the last like 4 are not, they're not part of the extra deck. I'll just take them out. And some are. No, I do not have Dark Roar no more. No, I do not have Lightning Storm, and I don't have a few other cards that are considered. It's only what I can afford and what I have. Once again, I don't really play competitive, even though I do keep up with the meta and stuff, and I do keep up with the ban list for the most part, especially with this deck. I don't play competitive, so, you know, I'm not going to have all those other cards that a lot of people have. This is actually my extra deck. You've got Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, Arsenal Falcon. You've got Vayu, One Ghost Girl, Super Poly Swords, Regeki, Harpy's Feather Duster. From Stairway to the, I don't know if you can see the, oh, my bad. See the thing? SDD, Stairway to the Destined Duel. That is a GBA game in 2003, so any of you old school Yu-Gi-Oh fans probably definitely know that. Swords, Call by the Grave, Eradicator Epidemic Virus, Heavy Storm Duster, Red Reboot, and Icarus Attack. Just because I like Icarus Attack. Alright. So that's it for all of my decks. I decided to save my Blackwing deck for the last, since that's my favorite deck and seems to be my most popular viewed and most viewed. So now here we go. When I was younger, I had this friend named Mario who had a bunch of cards that he used to keep in binders. So I actually did the same thing, and I always wanted to do this. I just never had the funds, nor did I have resources or a lot of the cards to be able to do it. But I've been working on this for about 11 years. This is an 11-year like project. These are all my hollows that aren't considered really worth any money per se, but since they're hollows, I wanted to separate them. You can see. I'll just flip them over. And then these are just like leftover cards that I didn't have room for to put them in the other folders. This is just the generic ones. This is my more rare stuff. I don't have a whole lot right now. Most of the cards are all in my decks. This is all my monsters. I'll try to see if you guys see anything. This is all my traps. Try to organize them as best I could. And then, so there's that. This is all my magic / spells. I'm not going to torture you and make you look at all of them, but this is all my like commons and rare spell cards I have. These are all my common and rare traps. So I do have a lot, I told you. And then this big boy, oh man, this monstrosity that weighs a ton is all of my, which I actually got the idea from him because he was notorious. This is all of my monsters sorted by type. You've got dragons, you've got the winged beast, you've got machines, you've got dinosaurs, you've got plant types, fiends, spellcasters, warriors, fairies, beast, insect, all of them. Rock types, beast warriors, zombies. I've got it all. Aqua, sea serpent. So, yeah. And then this is on the back right here is one of the decks that I might be starting to work on, Endymion. I actually bought a structure deck for my wife to help her start out with her Dark Magician Girl deck, and I was able to get a lot of leftover, like cards were left over, so I actually put them aside because I eventually one day plan on doing that. But so yeah, a lot of stuff. I've told you, I've been playing this game since 2002, and I thought it would be a really fun and cool, interesting idea to kind of show off all of my Yu-Gi-Oh collection. And thank you so much for watching. I know it was really long. I'm kudos to any everybody who actually stuck around for this long, because I know that there was a lot to actually go through. And thank you so much for all my new subscribers, and thank you so much for continuing to watch my channel, my content. You guys rock, and I really always appreciate it. I don't know much longer I'm going to be doing this. I always try to upload a video occasionally, every often or so, but I'm not like super active. I'm not going to be posting ban list predictions. I'm not going to be posting like constant deck profiles and stuff. And I do plan on doing a Nordic Asir test and combo video probably next week. But I just wanted to get this out of the way and actually show you everything. And I also have something really special planned around my birthday, which is going to be in early July. I cannot wait. It is a booster box opening, and I am just like really just excited. I think I'm more excited over this than I was over the Phantom Rage or the Hidden Summoners booster box. So if you haven't seen those, make sure to check those out. But alright, that's going to be it for this video, and thank you so much for watching it. You guys rock. Thank you all my new subscribers, and anybody that just stops by, you know, thank you. See you later.